looking for a good campsite for tonight. There's definitely a lot of candidates along this stretch of BLM road, so I have a spot if I need one. But while I have daylight, I figured I'd go a little bit farther and check it out. Trail's starting to get a little bit tight, so I'm going to wander ahead on foot to see what we've got. I think I might be better off staying at one of the earlier flat spots that I found. This keeps going, but it degrades to more of a side-by-side trail. Looking good. The sun just went down behind the mountain. Got a nice breeze blowing through here and it's cooling off quickly. I don't know whether to take my hat off or leave it on. I've got really bad hat head. But this is my favorite hat. I wear it around the house mostly, but it is also very handy out here in the desert. Here, I'll do this. It's very culture club, but at least you can see my face. Anyway, this area, my motivation for coming here was because when I would travel the interstate highway, I would pass BLM access gates. There's one there, there's one there. I'd mark it on my GPS and save it for later. So right now I came back to one of those saved waypoints and I am just off the highway. And the thing that I like about that is because it's sort of hiding in plain sight. It's very easy to miss. So you have a high volume of people driving by this BLM access point at a high speed, and very few either know about it or have the inclination to turn in to see what's there. So considering that, I'm about 2 miles from the highway and privacy is almost guaranteed. When we would live in our van full time, this is exactly the type of situation that we'd look for, because when you're close to the highway, particularly interstates, cell service was pretty good, so you could boondock and do work and have great connectivity. I am going to make myself something to eat and then call it a night. Good morning. It's warming up fast. Last night, as soon as the sun went below the horizon, it was quite comfortable. And around 9:30 p.m. the temperature was in the mid-70s Fahrenheit. And last night I slept with the MaxxAir fan on and the rear doors open, and I was extremely comfortable. I think the low was probably in the mid to upper 60s. So in the evening in the Sonoran Desert and early in the morning, it is absolutely lovely. There are very few bugs and the temperatures are perfect just for sitting outside and stargazing. Now it's mid-June 2023 and it started getting light out at around 5:30 a.m. and then by 7:30 a.m. I could start to feel the heat of the sun. Now I knew it was going to be hot out here during the day and I'm perfectly okay with that. When that happens, you just lean into it. You make sure you have shade, you make sure you have water, you dress light. And yeah, it'll probably be sweaty, but I enjoy doing this from time to time. And the climate at night is absolutely heavenly and it makes it well worth it. The coach does have an air conditioner above the bed, which when you're plugged into a 30 amp hookup, you can run indefinitely. I can use it out here in the Sonoran Desert, but it does take a heavy toll on battery power. Our Winnebago Revel has a battery upgrade from Rig, which gives it 630 amp hours of power. And that's just enough to run the air conditioner through the night if I need to. The Winnebago Revel comes with about 200 watts of solar, and while this doesn't perform any miracles, it greatly helps reduce battery drain throughout the day. Right now, early in the morning, with the fridge running, the MaxxAir fan on, and my computer plugged into USB, the Victron battery monitor is showing a net gain of 4.5 amps. The sun's still low in the sky, so that gain will increase as the day goes on, but it's more like a trickle charge. In order to really charge the coach batteries fast, you either turn on the engine or plug the van into a 30 amp hookup. A brand new 2023 Winnebago Revel is equipped with a 320 amp hour lithium battery, which is about half the power that this van has. For recreational RVing, that's still great off-grid power, but as far as running the air conditioner, you'll probably only get, well, it's going to vary based on circumstances, but in all likelihood it will not run through the night. So Rig is a company that does electrical upgrades just for the Winnebago Revel, and it's worth it. Their modification is a game changer. Alright, I am out of hard drive space on which to store my raw video, so I'm taking this opportunity to do some media management. This is what over 6 years of weekly vlogging looks like in the context of external hard drives. 3 terabytes, 4 terabytes, 4 terabytes, 5 terabytes, 5 terabytes, 5 terabytes, 5 terabytes, 3 terabytes, and I just got a new one. 5 terabytes. Since we live in a place now, I really need to get a NAS or a Raid, but I'd rather spend that money on tires. I'm out to do a little bit of exploring on foot, go farther up the road than I can travel in the van, see what's up over toward those mountains a little bit. I'm not going to go too far because it's hot and I left the van wide open, so I'm going to play it safe. I have my hat, I have ice water, so basically I'll just see what's up ahead and then head on back to camp. Almost there. Looks like the track goes up onto a saddle between two desert mountains. So far, the track hasn't been too difficult. The Jeep could do it no problem, and it's only low-hanging vegetation that would stop the van from getting up here. The track keeps going down the other side of the saddle, but I'm not sure how far. I'm getting really hot, so I'm gonna call it on the saddle and head back to the van. But it is beautiful up here. Good view to the north and to the south. And at the top is this garden of saguaros. That's a good feeling in the desert. It was wet, so I replaced my Venture Forward t-shirt with my t-shirt that celebrates anxiety. I've heard Venture Forward referred to as the Bob Ross of overlanding. And while I appreciate that, I assure you I am wrought with inner turmoil. Now today, I am making artisan chicken sandwiches. What makes them artisan, you ask? Well, like all art, that is open to your interpretation. I would say it's the onion hamburger rolls that makes them artisan, because I've got nothing else. This tailgate located hose attachment never got this much use. We used it to wash our dog once, but we very seldom camp in the desert during the summer. So now that I'm here in the desert and it's almost 100 degrees out, just plug this in like that, turn on the pump, and this blue coil hose came with a Winnebago Revel, and it has a standard hose attachment here. And now we have, oh, we have to turn that on. Now we have water. To be honest, I really like this campsite. I was thinking about taking the van out and exploring and finding a different place to spend tonight, but this place is great. It's secluded, it's peaceful, and it's just a lovely parcel of Sonoran Desert. I can't remember the last time that I spent all day at one campsite and just enjoyed that spot all day. But the Star-Scape here is incredible. If you're going to camp in a southwestern desert in the summer, then you have to stay up a little bit and enjoy the night and enjoy the view. Good morning. As you can see, I broke camp and I'm heading out, but not before doing some exploring. 2 days ago on my way in here, I only covered 1, maybe 2 miles before I got to camp, and there are a lot more tracks to explore. Some of which are better suited for a side-by-side or a small SUV, but there's also this somewhat wider, well-traveled track that runs to the west. And it's not showing on Gaia GPS's default topo map, but it is on OnX Off-Road, and it runs to the west and it intersects with another route that looks like it heads north, deeper into the desert. I don't think I'm going to attempt any long cross-country desert routes on a 100-degree summer day, but I at least want to go down the road a little bit and see what it looks like. I'm setting a waypoint named Junction for every crossroad that I come to where I can explore both ways, but both ways look interesting. This just keeps going back here, and I'm surprised by how accommodating it's been for the large van so far. It looks like it might get a lot of recreational traffic, side-by-sides, ATVs, and I've seen a lot of single tracks so far. If you're interested in visiting yourself or tracing my steps and enjoying that great campsite, then I've got my detailed GPS data available to Patreon subscribers and also to paid members of venture4wd.com. Your subscription's greatly appreciated and it helps keep the show going. Well, I made it out, and I'm on my way home. I'm treating myself to a Crunchwrap Supreme and a Baja Blast. I hope you all enjoyed this adventure in the Sonoran Desert. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Ugh.